Hello, today we're going to talk about iTIP's Economic Spending Impact Form and how you can fill it out. So first, you're going to start with the organization name, and this is just going to be the general company, so this is just going to be a company, as well as an event name that they had, because different companies can have multiple events, so we're just going to call this one Event 1 as an example, as well as when the event took place. So let's say it took place last week, we're going to just press on the calendar. And then what type of region, there is all of these different examples. So let's say it was held in Okoboji. That's considered a seasonal recreational county just because of the large activity shifts depending on the season. And let's say this was during the summer. So you have 20,000 attendees, for example. So with that, that's just kind of the basics. And then regarding percentage of attendees from outside of the region, this is just going to be what is considered the region. So if you're trying to find out who is local or not local, and you're considering local as in the county, you would put that as a percentage. If you consider local as, let's say, in the state, you can also put that. So let's say we're taking it as in and out of the state. So let's say state is local, and let's say that a percentage from outside the region is going to be, let's say 0.4. That would be 40% roughly. And if you forget, don't worry, there is a little comment right there. And then these are going to be the percentage of outer region attendees. So this is who you consider to be non-locals who might need a hotel. So let's say 60% need a hotel. So I would put 0.6, and then we would go next. And then just a reminder that for these next 3 parts, it's going to be spending per attendee, except for hotel. And if you forget, don't worry, there's going to be a little description as well. You're going to insert values without a dollar sign, and then if they don't spend anything there, then you can also leave those categories blank. So for the first one, it's retail, and so that kind of encompasses food and beverage stores, gasoline stations / convenience stores, clothing and accessory stores, sporting goods or other recreational goods stores, and general merchandise stores. And if you aren't really sure which category the cost might go into, there is, again, a little description right below each one to kind of give you a good idea of where those values might go. So let's say you have per person, they spend $10 at a gasoline station, and then they spend, $20 each person at a grocery store. They don't spend anything on clothing accessories, maybe $5 at a sporting good or other recreational goods stores, and nothing from general merchandising. Then you press next. And again, if at any time you feel like you've made a mistake, you can always press back and edit any of the forms as well. So you're going to go next, and then the next one is going to be ticketing. So these are going to be things that events that tend to have tickets. So you're performing art venues, commercial sports, except racing. Racing has its kind of own, so racing and track operations, museum, historical sites, zoo and parks, amusement park and arcades, gambling industries, and anything else that might not fit into any of these categories but are still ticketed. And again, there is a description of each of these underneath each of the categories. So if you aren't sure, feel free to read through them. So let's say they don't spend anything at performing arts, nothing at commercial, maybe they go racing. Nothing at museums, no amusement parks, and let's say, each person spends $5 in a casino. We would go next. And then finally, any other expenses. So this is the only one that's kind of different. So hotels and motels is the only one that is the full room cost and not per person. And in the back end of the form, there will be a program that will sort that out. So you just need to focus on the full hotel cost. So let's say that's $160 per room, as well as they spend $25 at dining and drinking establishments, and they don't do any type of recreational equipment rental. So with that, you're all done. You're all ready to submit the form. So you press submit the form, and it will give you this link, and with this link you'll just press it and it'll redirect you to, and it will upload one of your models, and with that you can open the file and it will have your model all ready to go. So it will have everything from the total output, as well as some additional like labor income, jobs, and spending from non-residents as well. So you can kind of see where the money is spent locally or non-locally, as well as these multipliers. You don't really have to worry about that. That's more of the back end calculation type things, as well as event information. Just make sure this is correct with the event that you have. So making sure that the event name is right there, as well as the date of the event. So with that, you already have it all saved onto your computer. You're all ready to go, and you can use this file as needed. And yeah, you should be all good. So thank you again for taking the time to go through iTIP's forms and helping us out with the